one piece of advice that I can give them as they embark on their careers, and I tell them the same thing. Be passionate. In that passion, people will see your authenticity, and authenticity is key in any field. But it starts with loving what you do. Now, before he died, my dad would always tell me, son, it's almost like you don't even have a job, because I turn on the television and you're just laughing and playing and joking and having a good time. And I like to see that. It's almost like you're not working. And you know the old saying, you find something that you like to do and you'll never have to work a day in your life. And it's true. It really is. It is probably why people who love sports really love sports. Fan is short for fanatic. And sports fanatics are always on display. They wear the gear, they hold the signs, they paint their bodies the colors of their favorite teams. I don't know if that's passion or just crazy, but that's what they do. And the athletes themselves, they show that same fire, minus the body paint that I know of. I was watching Tiger Woods this afternoon play golf. And yeah, he can because he played really, really well today. He's 3 up going into tomorrow. He looks like he's back. I don't know, but he looks like he's back. He's back? Okay. I was reminded of a story that I read about Tiger back when Nike supplied all of his equipment. They gave him 6 drivers to test. And he told the company that he liked the heavier one. And Nike said, oh, no, Tiger. All the drivers are the same weight. So they went back and rechecked. And one driver was heavier by 2 grams, the weight of 2 $1 bills. And Tiger could tell. That's passion, minus the body paint. I mean, that could be the new RCS slogan, passion, minus the body paint. You like that? I learned passion early from my mom and her favorite athlete, tennis and golf great Althea Gibson. Her bio says she's an American tennis player and professional golfer and the first black athlete to cross the color line of international tennis. In 1956, Althea Gibson became the first person of color to win a Grand Slam title, the French Championships. The following year, she won both Wimbledon and the U.S. Nationals, which was the precursor to the U.S. Open, and then won them both again in 1958, and was voted Female Athlete of the Year by the Associated Press in both years. In all, she won 11 Grand Slam tournaments, including 6 doubles titles, and was inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame and the International Women's Sports Hall of Fame. She was Venus and Serena before Venus and Serena. She was Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova before Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova. On top of all that, in the early 1960s, she became the first black player to compete on the Women's Professional Golf Tour. She did it all. But she also knew that, yes, while there is an I in championship, there is no I in team. She is the author of one of my all-time favorite quotes. No matter what accomplishments you make, somebody helped you. It's that simple. If you are ever in position to be that somebody who helps people, you're doing something right. And that's why we're here tonight. That's why I said yes when Kirk asked me to come to this wonderful event, this night of inspiration, this night of celebration, to recognize some hardworking, selfless people and to celebrate the accomplishments of a fabulous organization. Kirk and Melinda and Lauren and Danielle took me on a tour yesterday. We met a little boy named Malik, cute fellow. Kirk, we have to give him that basketball.
We will get it.
I want to help out. I want to help out with that.
That's right. We're going to make it happen.
Okay. Robin and Beth at Grace House, Melvin at the food bank, all the others whose names I don't know, and the thousands of volunteers and supporters. RCS has been understanding people, bringing peace to people, literally saving lives, saving families, and showing love to people for more than 50 years. And I think you should give yourselves a round of applause. Seriously coming together to help those in need. You are a big team. And I know teams. I work in sports. Back to Ms. Gibson and her quote. No matter what accomplishments you make, somebody helps you. Accomplishments could be anything. Could be winning a tennis title. Could be, as a child, learning how to tie your shoe. Could be buying your first home. Could be learning how to drive. Could be emerging from a down time in your life. Could be starting a career in journalism. After graduating from Old Dominion University in 1987, I chased love to Washington, D.C. Never do that, by the way. I would give you details, but we don't have enough time. That's a whole different talk we can have, a whole different one. My aunt and my uncle, who lived outside of D.C., let me stay with them while I looked for a job. I found one, sales gig at a retail club. I was making cold calls, selling memberships. And I hated it. I'm talking, hated it. H-A-T-E-D-D-D-D-H-A-T-E-D, hated it. Hated it. So after a week, 5 days, I quit. I did. And my aunt and my uncle, who were old school, they were like, well, what's your other job? I don't have another job. You quit your job without having another job? Well, I'm presently looking for another job. But presently, you are unemployed. Whereas this morning, you were employed, albeit unhappy, but still a paycheck was coming in, correct? Yes. And then they said, excuse me, and they huddled up. I couldn't hear them, but I believe the conversation went something like this. Can you believe this fool quit his job and didn't have another job ready to go? I know, right? His mom and daddy raised him better than that. We should call them and let them know. I think that is a great idea. But what about him? Well, I have an idea. You thinking what I'm thinking? I sure am. Well, let's do it. I love you. I love you too. What you doing later? Whatever you want to do. I'm guessing that's not the conversation. Anyway, they broke their huddle just like they just designed to play to win the Super Bowl with 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter, down by 1, just out of field goal range with no timeouts left. I mean, they were serious. So they told me, you have 30 days to find a job. If you don't have a job in 30 days, you have to move out. And I'm like, seriously? Yes, seriously. Move out, like leave the house, move out? I can't stay here no more, move out? Yes, leave the house, move out. You can't stay here anymore. Watch your grammar because you ain't got no job. Seriously? Seriously. Okay. I said okay, like I had a choice. Okay. 30 days later, I didn't have a choice and I didn't have a job. So I had to go. I had some leads, but leads are not jobs, so I had to go. Thankfully, I had another somebody to help me out, as the other two somebodies that just kicked me out of the house were teaching me a valuable lesson. I appreciated it later. I ain't like it at the time. I understood it, but I ain't like it, but I understood it. One of my fraternity brothers let me stay on his sofa in his apartment in downtown DC while I got myself together. Didn't take long. I eventually found a job, customer service at MCI. $16,000 a year, I think that was money. After several months, one of my coworkers, a fellow communications major, she went to Towson State, left to pursue her media dreams in Chicago. She was my inspiration. I decided that if she had the strength to step out in faith, I could do the same thing to pursue my own media dreams. So I called a friend of mine that I met while I was an undergrad at ODU. He was a TV news anchor. And when I called him, he was also working as a news director at a small AM radio station. We were a small news team. He told me I can give you plenty of experience, but I can't pay you any money. 16,000 zero. I took zero. I took the zero. I moved back to Virginia to start my media career doing radio news, working for free. Free turned into a small hourly wage after a few months. Also went from working on the AM side to the FM side. That gave me more experience to help me land the local radio news job in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The company that I work for now also owned a radio network, so I did local news for 3 years, and then national news for 3 years, and I also had a part-time job doing updates at the local TV station, the NBC affiliate, overnights on the weekends, so I would work 7 days a week, every other week. Okay, a few years later, I was hustling. A few years later, friend of mine at a different local TV station in Pittsburgh called me and said, hey, I have a problem. My weekend reporter just quit, and I need someone to fill the spot. Now, I had been bugging him about a TV job, because I knew him from radio. He said, tell you what I'm going to do, is what he said. I'm going to let you do the job on a temporary basis, because your TV experience is limited, while I look for someone permanent. That was fine with me. I just wanted the opportunity. I work for free already. I'm good. I accepted the position, and I ran with it. After 3 months of being temporary, they asked me if I wanted a full-time job reporting. And I said, yes, I think I can hang out with you fellas for a while. Absolutely. So I flipped my jobs. I went full-time TV, part-time radio. Did that for a year. Weekend anchor position came open. I said, I'd like to apply, and I got it. Year later, main anchor position came open. I said, I'd like to apply. They laughed at me, and they tried to hire a gentleman from Michigan who decided he didn't want to come to Pittsburgh. And I said, ooh, I'm still here. Okay, you can have a job. So I was a main anchor for 3 years. So all of that experience through different somebodies helping me accomplish my goals helped get me to ESPN. And it was an opportunity that I was not looking for, not at all. One of my radio bosses in Pittsburgh left for a job at ESPN Radio. He then moved to the area of contract negotiations and talent. My contract was up in Pittsburgh, and I sent him a tape to critique it. Just wanted to know what he thought. He liked it, apparently, showed it to some folks at ESPN, and they all decided they wanted to bring me in for an audition. My buddy told me that, and I was kind of shocked because I was a news guy, and this was sports. And I tell kids today, forget all that. You're a storyteller, you're a journalist, you're right. You can tell a story about anything. I tell a story about that balloon, and I can tell a story about this organization. They will be good stories because I'm a journalist. That's the mindset you should have. But then, I didn't have that mindset. I was stupid. I said, I don't do sports. I do news. I mean, why do you want me? And my wife told me, why don't you just go? You watch ESPN all the time anyway, just go. I said, okay, all right, fine, I'll go. I'll try it. I went. They were auditioning 5 guys. I was the 3rd one. I'd never done a highlight before. I mean, I love sports. I had fun with it. Wrote my audition. We write all of our own stuff, by the way. So all that writing I did in radio, when I was a TV news reporter, all that writing I did, it paid off, because I can write. But whatever I did on that audition, they liked. I interviewed afterwards, and I went home, and a couple days later my buddy called me and said, hey, congratulations, we'd like to offer you a job. And I was kind of stunned, and I told him I appreciated it, but sports really wasn't a thing I wanted to do. My goal was news-oriented. The Today Show, Good Morning America, that's the direction I wanted to go in. So I said, I appreciate it, but nah, I'm good. He said, okay, cool. Anything I can do for you? Give me a call. So he called me back, I think it was the next day, he said, they really want to hire you. And I asked him about the particulars of the job. And he told me, ESPN News, nights and weekends, don't mention the Sports Center. And I said point blank, well, how much does it pay? And he gave me the range. And I told him, I was in that range now in Pittsburgh. And I don't know if I really want to move the wife and the boy to Connecticut, because, you know, Connecticut is cold. Like, Pittsburgh's not cold. But since he gave me a range, and my agent, he gave me a range, why don't we just throw a number at him and see? So we threw a number at him and see. They didn't need it, but they got close. It was never about the money, by the way. I didn't want to go. But when they got close, I'm not stupid, so we have to at least consider it. So during all this back and forth, during all this time, unbeknownst to me, my wife called my friend, because we were all friends, and she said, yes, is this a good opportunity for Jane? Yeah, I really think it is. Okay, he'll be there. Thank you so much. Well, shows how much she knows, because I told him no. So, whatever. All right? So there. All right, my buddy makes one final pitch, and my agent and myself and the other agent that I had that I lived with decided that I think this would be a good thing for you to do. So I said yes. Woke up the next morning.